Hello students, this is your first video in relation to the chapter Evaporation and Boiling. In this particular video, we shall be covering about the definition of evaporation, its characteristics, motion of molecules in different substances, the mechanism of evaporation, along with how will evaporation lead to the cooling effect. Now, as we proceed first with the definition of evaporation, evaporation is simply a type of vaporization that takes place from the surface of a liquid. So, vaporization of a liquid below its boiling point, that is known as evaporation. Now, no boiling will occur and the rate of vaporization will depend upon the diffusion of vapor through the boundary layers above the liquid. Now, as we discuss about the various characteristics of evaporation, evaporation is a slow process that happens naturally without any requirement of external heat. It will also happen at the room temperature and will take place only at the surface of a liquid. It will take heat away from the liquid and make it cooler. Now, moving across to the motion of molecules in case of solids, liquids, and gases, we know that gases have the lowest intermolecular force between the particles, thus, they are in constant motion. Liquids have got slightly higher intermolecular force, thus they can move throughout the volume of the liquid. Solids have the highest intermolecular force between the particles and thus can vibrate in their own position back and forth. Now, normally, any moving object will possess kinetic energy, and if an object is heated, the molecules will absorb the heat energy and their kinetic energy will increase. That will make it to move faster. So basically, what we can say here, that temperature is an indicator of average kinetic energy of the molecules of an object. Now, coming down to evaporation and particle motion. So, evaporation is the escape of fast moving particles from the surface of a liquid. So, basically, in a liquid, the molecules which are near the surface, they are hit by molecules from below. So some of them will have higher kinetic energy that will overcome the cohesive force and will start moving into the air. So even when a liquid is left undisturbed, molecules will escape from it continuously and the quantity of the liquid will reduce. So finally, all the liquid will start to get evaporated into the vapor state. So, as and when we are mentioning here about the mechanism of evaporation, when heat is applied in a solution, the motion of the molecules will increase and the molecules present in the surface overcome the surface tension of the liquid and will start to evaporate. as the surface molecules which have less cohesive force than the others. Finally, how will evaporation actually cause the cooling effect? Now, since the escaping molecules take their energies with them, the average kinetic energy of the liquid will actually decrease. As a result, the temperature of the liquid will drop and will result in evaporative cooling. So basically, the liquid will acquire heat from the surroundings and it itself becomes cooler, but the outside surroundings will become heated up. So I guess you have been able to follow this particular session wherein we have given you just the introduction towards evaporation and boiling. Thank you.